Good morning. It's Friday morning, August 11, and I'm coming at you with your devotional for today. A couple of things I want to cover as we get down the road. We're going to talk a little bit about hermeneutics and how to interpret the Bible. But before we did that, I just wanted to bring to your attention just a small little devotional this morning. If you look over in James chapter 4 and verse 14. The Bible says, "You do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes." So when we look at life, we're kind of like a vapor. It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. If you look at Psalm chapter 90 and verse 10, the psalmist says, "The days of our years are 80 and 10. Score is 20 years. So that's 3 times 20 is 60 and 10 is 70. So basically he's saying that you know, your life expectancy says is 70. And then he says, "And if by reason of strength they be 80 years or 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow. For as soon we are cut off and we fly away." So I wanted to bring to your attention this morning the 3 resources that you have in your life. What do you think those are? Number one is time. The second one is your health, and the third one is money. Those are your 3 resources. Okay, so as you get older, you have less time and probably less health, maybe more money. It depends on how you stewarded things. So let's take me for example. I'm 60 years old, turned 60 this year. The life expectancy in the United States is 77.28 years. That's the average. Women actually live longer than men, so for men it's less than that, but I'm just using this for averages. So that means that statistically I have 17 years left to live. Now I may live more than that, I may live less than that. Of course, we don't know. I mean, God's in control of that, but we're just looking at it statistically. So let's break that down and think about that. So if I have 17 years, if I read 5 books a year, that means I get to read 85 more books. There are millions of books out there. How do I choose my last 85 books? Okay. What about friends, family? I think I see my brother Brian maybe once a year. A lot of times he'll come down in the summer for his thing there at Myrtle Beach. And so if I'm 60, that means I get to see my brother Brian 17 more times. I got 17 more times left to see him. That's sobering. Think about Tammy's brother Thomas Cavanaugh. I see him maybe twice a year, Christmas and Thanksgiving. The last couple of years, I think I've seen him on his birthday. Haven't been doing that every year, but so that's 3 times. So if I have 17 years left, that means I get to see Thomas 51 more times. Wait a minute. Thomas is older than I am. So statistically, he's going to go first. So it's less than 50 times. I see my friend Brian Smith 4 times a year. That means I get to see him 68 more times. You get the point. Time is a finite resource, and you lose time every day. So what are you going to do with your time? What relationships are you going to focus on? How are you going to spend your time? John Piper wrote a book called Don't Waste Your Life. It's a small book and it's a good read. So as a man and as having a family, I feel responsible. So I think a lot about money because it takes a lot of money to make a family work. But you have to remember, or I have to remind myself, the purpose of money. And the purpose of money is to make everything work. In the Bible, Jesus says that the love of money is the root of all evil. So don't love money, love people, and use money. So think about that as you go through your life and as you meet people and what you're doing. And make sure that you cherish the relationships that you have as they will soon be gone. And so if you are in your 60s like I am, you're thinking about, how much time you have left. Let's say you're not. Let's say you're 35. Okay. Well, look at it this way. How much longer are you going to have your parents with you? And before you know it, Brandon, Stephanie, your kids will be grown. So life moves on. And remember this finally, the most valuable person in the universe is God. Jim Elliot said, "He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose." So once you think about that today, guys, about your 3 resources and what you're doing with them and how you're giving an accounting of yourself. Hope everybody has a great day. All right. Goodbye.